Hey everybody, I am Digger Tex, and I'm coming back to you with another haul video. This last weekend I hit some thrift stores. I also hit some garage sales. I did hit a couple of estate sales. I only found one or two items there. I really didn't find a whole lot at the estate sales. I usually try to hit the estate sales after the first day because they'll have 25% off or 50% off. Things are a little more reasonable. So let's go through this haul and I'll show you everything that I got this last weekend. Let's see. Up first is one of my favorite items to source. This is a Hot Wheels radar gun. And people love this thing. I'm not real sure what they're using it for. Maybe baseball, could be anything. But it really does work. The batteries in it were still fresh and I was able to test it right there at the garage sale. So these, I paid $2 for it, and they go for anywhere from $28 to $30. This is the third one that I've had, so so they do real well for me, and they usually sell within a couple of days of putting them up on eBay. At an estate sale, I did find a big screen solitaire. The big screen is the one that's the best one to get. It sells for the most money. The silver edition like this one, there's also a blue edition. I've had that one before, but I had not had this one. The silver edition sells for around $28 to $30. They don't, there's a couple on eBay, but they sell pretty quick. So it's easy to get the $28 to $30 for them. One thing I want to do a little bit more of is games. I don't do a lot with games. There's so many games and there's so many hot games, and trying to learn the games and everything else is just so many systems. And so I do pick them up from time to time when I think they might be good, and so far I've been pretty lucky, but I need to get better at games. One thing I picked up is this Game Boy Advance SP. It's blue, came with the cord, which was good. I paid $15 for it, and I also got a camera with it, which I'll show you here in a little bit. So, between the two items, I did pretty well with it. Looks like it sells for anywhere from $25 to $30 without any games or anything. So, I'll test it out, make sure it works, make sure the battery will hold a charge, and get it listed. At a garage sale, I found this. This is a Top-O-Matic cigarette maker. I'm not real sure what year it came from, but this thing is solid. It's chromed out. It does have a little bit of surface rust on it, but it really doesn't seem to make a difference. I'm not real sure how you do it, but you put it in there and you put the tobacco in here, I think. And then when you pull the lever, the blade comes out, and then it shoots out, I guess it shoots out the cigarette. Or it fills the cigarette, I guess. Maybe the cigarette goes here. But they have warnings all over it saying, watch out, the blade is sharp and everything else. So I'm sure that this is an older machine, because we probably couldn't even sell that today. Travel clocks. I do real well with travel clocks in my antique booth, so I always pick them up when I can find them cheap. This is a Finney Walker, and it's got the glow-in-the-dark hands. So this will do pretty well in the antique booth. They're not really expensive. I usually get $10 to $12 for them, but they're a real quick seller, and I can put them in the booth, and I usually pick them up if I find them for $1, and that's what I paid for that one. I paid $2 for these Dean Martin Celebrity Roast DVDs. They're still sealed. I am debating on whether to keep them or to sell them. I really don't know. I'm a big Dean Martin fan, so I may wind up keeping them. We'll see. But they sell for about $10 a piece on eBay, so I would probably put them together and list them at $20, and that way I can ship them together. Micro cassette recorders. I love micro cassette recorders. I got two this time. I got a Realistic and I got a Panasonic. The Realistic is probably the cheaper of the two, sells for about $20. The Panasonic will sell for about $27, $29, something like that. Both of them have clean battery compartments, which is really a good thing. I have not tested them to see that they work yet, but I have pretty good luck with the Realistics and the Panasonics. Oddly enough, it's the Sonys that I have the biggest problems with, which I think I mentioned in a previous video. And that's because the belts just aren't made that well, and they go bad over time. I picked up a couple of watches. I got a Swatch Irony watch. This is a men's watch. These, not real super expensive. Again, I paid $1 a piece. I don't know a lot about watches, so I won't pay much for them. But it looks like it goes for about $20 on eBay. I did find a battery that would fit in it. I don't know that it's the correct battery, but it fit and it works, so that's always a plus. This is a vintage, probably 80s women's Sonic quartz digital watch. It's the gray digital. Still has, you probably can't see it, but it still has the plastic on top of the glass, so there's no scratches or anything on this watch. It's in really good shape. I tried to get the back of it off to be able to change the battery, but man, that back is really hard to get off, and it's kind of a weird one, so I don't know. I'm probably just going to sell it as is. It doesn't sell for a whole lot anyway. I love those kind of watches, but this particular one doesn't seem to be all that great. Looks like about $15, so, but I'll get it listed and we'll find out what I can get for it. One really cool thing I found was this Panasonic Boombox. I actually got this for free. I went to the garage sale and the lady told me $5. She had a $5 sticker on it. And I opened up the back of it, and when I opened up the back, all the batteries were corroded. So I said, oh, the batteries are corroded. And she said, you know what? You can just have it if you want it. So I took it. I came home, I pulled all the batteries out, and the great thing was, I didn't see it at the garage sale, but the great thing was almost all the corrosion was just on the batteries. So I did clean it up, and I had to clean up one contact on it, and I got it working, but it still has a problem. The volume control is all the way up. So when you turn it on, it just blasts as loud as it can. And no matter what you do, you cannot turn down the volume. So one thing you can do is get on websites, and there's a Boombox website that people collect these things. And so I'm going to see if I can find out what the problem is and either get it fixed, or maybe I can sell it to one of the people on the website. And that's always a good avenue for selling as well. If you can find a forum where people collect what it is that you're selling, you can sell directly to them, and you're not paying any eBay fees. You're not paying, you might have to pay a PayPal fee, but that's going to be about it. So I always look for forums and stuff like that to sell to as well. I picked up a small collection of Power Rangers. I got almost all of them. I didn't quite get them all. I got red, yellow, white, black. I got an extra red. And then I got the silver edition, which is the movie edition of this Power Ranger. 3 of them have their weapons. And they go for, with the weapon and everything, they go for about $10 to $12 a piece. I'll probably lot them all together and get maybe $35 for them. But the one that I am going to sell separate is going to be the green Power Ranger. The reason I'm going to sell it separately is because I actually bought a collection of Power Rangers not very long ago, and this piece, the gold piece here, was in that collection, but I did not get a green Power Ranger. So when I got the green one, I put a weapon with him, and I put the gold shoulder piece on him, and now he's complete. I can get probably $25 to $30 just for him. So he's going to be sold separate on eBay. At another garage sale, I met a lady that was selling all of her son's books for the Lego sets that he has bought over the years. She was keeping all of the Legos, but she didn't want the books anymore because all the Legos are in tubs and there's no way they're going to get them back together. So I paid 5 cents a piece for about 46 different Lego manuals. These Lego manuals go for anywhere from $5 to $10 a piece. So you can do the math. You can see there's quite a bit of money there. Actually, what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to give these to my son, and he's going to post them. He's going to take all the pictures, and he's going to be selling them on eBay for me. So we'll get him all set up with an account and everything, and he's going to start listing them. At that same garage sale, I got this old vintage briefcase, and it's not in great shape, but the thing that kind of got me on it was it's actually made out of wood, because you can see the wood here through the vinyl or whatever it's made out of. And it'll look good in the antique booth, kind of a vintage briefcase. I'll probably put $12, $15 on it, sell it in the antique booth. Here's the camera I told you about. This is an Argus camera, and I got it for $3. You can see the tag on the top. It came with about 15 of the original flash bulbs with it, which is really cool. They don't go for a lot. Apparently you can find them in the box and everything still, so they don't go for a lot, but they will help me sell the camera if I sell them with the camera. And it came with the original flash. Now here's the really cool thing about this particular camera. This is a Match-O-Matic Argus camera. I think it's a C3 model, but I would have to verify that. The thing about this camera is, this is the one that was used in the Harry Potter movie. So, for the entire set, with the bag and everything else, I think I can get around $75 for this. Maybe a little bit less. I might do a best offer on it if it doesn't sell within the first, like, 2 or 3 weeks. But, anybody on eBay that puts that this is the Harry Potter camera gets more for it than if they just try to sell it as a Match-O-Matic. So, you need to pay attention whenever you're listing your things on eBay, because if there's something special about it, it helps you sell it. This is a milking stool. And I don't know if it's old or not, but it seems to be made out of a piece of pine. You see the knot here. It's a 3-legged stool with a handle, and these go for around $30. So this will be another antique booth item, and I'll get that in there and somebody will buy it. I'll probably put $28 on it just to move it. If you are a prepper, you need to be doing garage sales, because I constantly find tents. This is a Eureka Getaway 2. There's one currently listed on eBay, and it is sitting right now at $70 with shipping and everything. It's sitting at about $70 to $75. Still got about 4 or 5 days left on the auction. So I'll be real interested to see what that sells for, because it's also the only one listed on eBay. The other thing I got was, I got 3 of these Camelback water bladders. And there's little pouches in here. You can put some little stuff and stuff like that. They don't sell for a whole lot used, but they do go for around $15 to $20 a piece. So I may lot them together. We'll see how that goes. But for the tent and for the 3 Camelbacks, I paid a total of $15. So preppers can get prepping items really cheap if you go to garage sales. So let's see. The other thing I got was, I got an entire box of Thomas the Train. Now the thing about Thomas the Train is, it's always collectible. Some of it is the wooden Thomas. Other parts of it are the plastic that works on the plastic tracks. I will put all of this in, I will separate the wood from the plastic, and then I'll put up 2 different lots, and I'll sell them both. There's probably about $75 to $100 worth of Thomas stuff in here, and I paid $6 for the whole box. And then the other thing that I found this week at thrift stores, it was a big week for Pearl Snap shirts. So I got quite a few Pearl Snap shirts. I got an Eli Cattleman. It's a long sleeve, really, really nice blue color. It looks like it's probably only been worn once or twice, maybe. That's it. This is a really nice Panhandle Slim. I love the pockets on this one. It's got really nice, real nice quality fabric. Kind of a dark silver button on it. This is a nice Wrangler short sleeve. this is a nice Wrangler. It says Western Fashion Snap Shirts. Green, got some silver in it. It's really nice. Very beautiful. For those, I will probably get $20 a piece in the antique booth. I got another Plains long sleeve. And for all of these, I paid anywhere from $3 to $4, I guess. I try not to pay more than that. However, I did find two shirts that I did pay up for. This one is a Stetson. I'm going to see if I can hold it out here so that you can see it. This is a Stetson shirt. It's got really nice fabric. This fabric is really, really nice. A lot of design in it. There's a lot of design in this shirt. And the snaps have a Stetson S on each one of the snaps. So this is a very high dollar shirt. I actually paid $7 for it. It's a long sleeve. All the snaps are in beautiful condition. This is a nice shirt. The other one that I found, which I know nothing about, and I haven't been able to find anything out about it, is called Cowboy Hardware. And it's got lots of embroidery on it. It says Cowboy Hardware, Too Tough to Die, established 1995. It's got embroidery on the collar. It's got embroidery on the pocket. It's got really beautiful, kind of a cream colored snaps. Kind of look like marble. And then it's even got it on the sleeves. So I don't know if this was like a Cowboy Hardware shirt that if you worked at Cowboy Hardware you wore this shirt or what, but this is just a really, really nice shirt. So I paid $7 for that one too. And then the last shirt I got is this one. This is an Eli Cattleman. It is a black pearl snap, and it is not particularly special except for the fact that I went to the garage sale to buy this. I mean, not to specifically buy the shirt, but I showed up at the garage sale and I was talking to the guy. And come to find out, I've actually been at his garage sale before. And he is the brother of the drummer for Reverend Horton Heat. And that shirt, his brother, it was his brother's shirt. And his brother gave it to him. And he said he thinks that his brother actually wore that on stage. So I thought it was cool. I gave him $5 for the shirt. It was a great story. I don't know. I'll hang on to it and probably put it in the antique booth and write a little story about it. It just kind of, anytime you can put a story with something that you're trying to sell, it just makes it that much easier to sell. And that is about it for my haul. I found some really good stuff. I was really happy with what I found. Everything should do well, and it should move pretty quick. That's the other thing I'm happy about. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe below. If you happen to know how to fix that Panasonic Boombox, please leave me a comment down below. I really need to get that fixed. So any help you can give me, I would sure. Well, that's almost it for this week. I saved the best for last. I went to a garage sale and there was a young couple that were selling some items, and they didn't really have a whole lot that I was looking for. They did have some records that I did buy that I've already put in the antique booth. But one thing that she had was this lamp. And the lamp was so weird and so unique that I finally had to buy it. She wanted $20 for it. She told me that she used to work at Neiman Marcus and that this lamp was actually in a display at Neiman Marcus. And then they sell things to employees after a certain amount of time, and she paid $75 for it. So I went ahead and I bought it. I got her down to $18 and I bought the lamp. So now I'll get up and I'll show it to you. All right, here's the lamp. One of the bulbs is burned out, so you can't see all of them lit up. But there's reds, there's blues, there's yellows, there's greens. It's a really neat lamp. I believe it's all made out of copper. And I think that all of the glass bowls here are hand blown. So, if you know anything about this lamp, I was not able to find a signature on it anywhere. It's actually got a kind of a tripod base on it. And so if you know anything about it, please leave me a comment down below. It's a really cool lamp. I'm trying to find out more about it so I know what to price it at. But this will probably go into the antique booth. So that's it for this week. And I'll be back next week to share more treasures with you.